In the wake of facing the man he replaced, Jose Mourinho, and his Tottenham team at Old Trafford, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says he doesn't fear the sack.
Ooh.
Does that mean he doesn't fear getting sacked?
Right.
Or he doesn't think it's going to happen?
I'm going to try to get in the mind of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and I'm going to tell you that what I think and what I would do as a manager who is in a continuous and consistent hot seat, I just have to show up for work. And I have to put together a training session. And I get through that day and try to make that a productive day. And hopefully I am preparing my team for success in games to come. In this case, against Spurs. And then I tackle that. And I go day by day until somebody shows up at my office and says, buddy, it's all done. Yeah. Until somebody says that, then I have to continue to work thinking that I have a plan in place, that there is a project in place, and that I'm going to get the very best of my players. And the only way that I can do that is to continue to do my job. Whatever that definition is for him, he has to continue to do his job. And if he does that, then you would think Manchester United, more times than not, would win games. The problem is that he's been doing his job and the team hasn't been winning. And so the pressure continued to mount. It is important that Manchester United not only get a result against Spurs, but that they look competitive, that they look engaged, that they look a team that can fight, a team that can show some personality, some character. If this is a blowout for Spurs, now the conversation gets a little hotter and that seat gets a little tighter for him as well.
Who needs the win the most out of him or Mourinho, given what Mourinho's taken on at Tottenham and given the game for him going back to Old Trafford where it all went wrong?
No, I think in terms of need, it's Manchester United and it's Solskjaer. Mourinho, I think, already has built in some equity with Spurs because, well, let me tell you, everybody loves this story about the bald boy and everybody is clapping to the fans and look at him. He's so happy to be back and it's great and it's fantastic and he's so mature now because he's learned from his experience. Okay, that's only going to last for so long. But until then, he's built some equity and so whatever happens at Manchester United, for him is going to be meaningful, but I think for Spurs, I think the fans right now, Spurs are so in love with Mourinho that even if they don't win against Manchester United, we're excited that Mourinho's here. For Solskjaer, it's a matter of need. It's important for this team to take steps forward. And if you're a Manchester United fan, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for steps forward. The issue with Manchester United has been that for a long time now, and this is not just a couple of weeks, but for a long time now, is 2 steps forward, 1 step back, then sideways and back, and forward again, but then sideways and back again. There hasn't been any consistent run of, okay, this is the direction, this is where we're going, this is how we're going to get there, and this is what we're doing to get to that place. Until they show that, his seat continues to be hot.
Should there be more of a ringing of the alarm bells in the boardroom at Manchester United, given what they've invested, what they've failed to see in terms of results, the criticism that always surrounds them from the fans, which has been this decline since the Sir Alex Ferguson era? They're not showing much, I wouldn't say kind of fortitude in sorting any of it out. They're just happy to let things continue.
Yeah, but then that would include, or you're suggesting that then you just pull the plug on this. And that's a solution. I said, well, if that's a solution, then what is the next step?
Right.
Do you have that next step? Do you have that sorted out already? Do you have it lined up so that then you can pull this plug? The worst thing that you can do is, okay, the boat is sinking, so I'm going to plug this hole here, and then there's a huge hole over there, and I can't account for that.
Do you think they've got that planning in place? Do you think they've even thought of the contingency?
No, well, I don't think that there is a plan in place in general with Manchester United, and that for me is the part that if I would be critical of anything, that would be it. We're just kind of going by whatever we feel on a certain day. And it may not be the case. It may be that the discussions are taking place, but we're not privy to that. And what we see is results, and what we see is performances. What we see is talent on the field, or lack thereof. And when that continues to happen week in and week out, and you don't see steps forward, you don't see any sort of progress, then clearly they're going to be criticized. Above all, because they are mighty Manchester United. Well, they're not so mighty anymore.
2 marquee games then for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Manchester United. First of all, the return of Mourinho, and then the Manchester derby coming up this weekend as well. what a difference it could be come the end of this week.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPNFC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN+.